Hey, it's Margie at the Asking Spot, and I have been holding on to some old frames. Now, a lot of them I went ahead and rehoused for new and different art, and that was no problem. But then there was this really big one. It's from Big and Rich, and it was back from when I was on a sister station to a country station. And we got a new program director, aka the boss. And well, when he started redoing things, he decided he didn't want all of these hanging up. So, it was either take them or they were going to get tossed. So, while I'm sure Big and Rich are the jam,
But you really don't know them at all.
It's not necessarily something I want hanging in my house. But the frame, I think I could use this again. And not just to reframe art. I'm going to try and make a tray out of it. Have a little issue. And same with the other side. See how it does it too? So, wood glue. So while that's drying, I went over to my favorite restore, and not in the main area, but in the back, they've got building materials. And wow, have they got supplies for stuff. I picked up some handles here. I think the ones I got were $2 each. My apologies about the window unit, but there's no way I could keep working in the heat. So, onto the frame. I'm taking this moment to mention my misgivings about what I'm about to do. I kind of am thinking maybe I should just use E6000 to attach the handles, except for this frame is like super heavy, because I think if I drill it, it's gonna crack this top layer on it. Wish me luck. So I usually don't think in metric, but I do measure in it because you can get more accurate numbers with metric rather than with the regular. So I might have been able to do the blue tape thing, where you put the painter's tape on the back of the handle you're trying to put in, and you just poke holes where that is, and then you take the tape off and then stick it on where you want it. But I still needed to measure where the middle of this frame was. So as long as I was doing that, I was like, I can just lay this handle on its side, get the center where the center of the frame is, and then just, draw holes or draw, little marks where the holes for the handle should be. The biggest thing I want you to take away from this is not that. That's just how I solved that problem. But I am drilling with a small drill bit first on the top because it's kind of like a hard little, well, it's a flexible, but plastic that I think would break if I tried to just drill from the bottom up. So I'm first doing a little bit of a break in from the top down. Now, because I want the tray to lay flat when it's sitting down and I don't want the bolts that hold the handles in to elevate it, I'm putting out this drill bit. It's just a little bit of fun. It will go ahead and knock off just a bit so that it can sink a little lower. Yeah, it's probably got an official name, but you know what I mean.
Sand and sand and sand and sand and sand and good night.
Spray, spruce, spritz.
This is pretty heavy, so I was thinking I could put the plexiglass back on, but I just don't feel like it would hold enough for it to be a tray, so I kind of wanted to put some backing on it. And then I thought, well, hey, get another piece of plexiglass and then maybe slap some cool old pictures in there and seal it off, and that would look cool. But then I thought,
we're on a tight budget here.
It's not really something I want to spend any more money on. Besides, if you saw my video challenge, the Maximalist Challenge, you know what I have plenty of. So I think I'm going to give it almost an industrial look. Or maybe it's more of a farmyard industrial.
Should that be an oxymoron?
I don't know if that makes sense. But if you got a better description for it, go ahead and put that in the comments below. Let's get to it. Trying to use what I had on hand. So yeah, this tool I found in the garage too, so I'm giving it a shot. Fail. But really the biggest mistake was the caulking I used. If I had my choice, it would have been a clear silicone, or do they make black caulk or a sealant for this kind of thing? If you know the answer to that, I'd love it in the comments below, please. But yeah, like I said, though, I'm trying to keep this budget friendly, so I just used what we happen to have in the garage. And it worked. It just gave me a lot of extra work. And this tool, maybe in a tub it might work better, but what a waste. Do not get this. I ended up just putting my hands in it and making a right mess, but got it done much better. Please give a thumbs up and click the subscribe button if you haven't already, because we've got results. This is what I envision it'll be used for. And yeah, here's the reality. Thanks so much for watching The Asking Spot. Because yeah, I could just put the plexiglass on here and seal it and finish it, or even, maybe blah, blah, blah. I'm going to try and give this more of a, I don't know, look, more of a, well, if you got an idea for what it should be called, go ahead, put it in the discussion below.